Episode 4. Later in the day. Same game, same garbage. Really not that interested, but I need to clear my backlog. And I can't clear it unless we beat the game. So, let's just keep going. Act 3, Scene 4. Oh gosh, I hope I don't have to go through all that crap again. You're going to leave me where we left off, right? Please? In front of the machine? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. To Donald. Let's go. Do I really gotta wait for him to walk all the way over to Donald? Oh my gosh. I don't want to click on this. I want to go to Donald. I'm not clicking on you. Go away. Go away. I already know you're a fire. Go away. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really have to wait this long. Wow. This is really bad. Thank you. Good grief. Yourself, what's left of it? Pretty busted. Is that the end? Chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? So much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built in sophisticated algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. Then it began to crumble when the strangers came. Personally heard them walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices. Just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What do they look like? They look like... No, it's too horrible. Should be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? Looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together, did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Oh, that's Lula's buddy, Donald. Okay. Lula's gone from here, but Donald puts across the cave with his pipe. Still in there, in Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until, but maybe? It was weird and the Lubers destroyed my Xanadu, perhaps they know how to fix it. Maybe dangerous, I've sent many eager citizens to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Respect the vines, crawl out into the darkness, watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left. Dude is smoking mold in his pipe. Nasty. Act 3, Scene 7. Where he strangers come from. Yes, it actually blocked out the letters for that. I don't know why they did it that way, but it did do that. So where the strangers come from. Do I click? Okay, well, we're out and about. Still got the little guy with us. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth look inside. It's muddy. I guess I want to stay outside Why? Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay. We'll make it quick. We can look for lizards. No, I want to go with. Why would... Fuck. Finding lizards. One but one under a rock. Wasn't really looking. Nice cover story, kid. Why do you dress like a punk? Do you have a family? Is that guy your boyfriend? Well, I've got Johnny, the vicious cycle. I've got you folks right now. Is that a family? Let's call it what it is. Junebug and the people she surrounds herself with. See, it means something. It makes a claim. It's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid your age would be in bed. You've just got to make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half-foot shorter and all gray, no eyes. We're going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over and knew we weren't miners. We slipped out onto the road, just these two featureless shadows. Ever since that night, we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I feel less like myself without my folks. I feel like myself when it's just me and Julian. I think I should be a musician too. Well, there. Now you're getting specific. Guys, run. There you are. What'd you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. Doesn't matter. Alright, okay. We got what we need. Let's go. Dang it, I wanted to see... Scene 8. Back in the Hall of the Mountain King. Dr. Donald. The mold smoker. Singing softly. Trance in orbit round the road and close your eyes with holy dread. For we on mold and whiskey fed and drank from rivers down below. Found your strangers. We know how to fix your machine. But I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? Say you need to type in a specific phrase to restore it. So you need to unplug it for a while. You need to scrape the mold off of the timing crystal. But the mold, of course, too much mold on the timing crystal. Send the simulation adrift. Each moment lived out of sync. By all means, yes, clean the timing crystal. Now we wait for 20 minutes while they walk over to the crystal. Waiting to get to Xanadu. We are waiting for it to go. Xanadu, there we go. Do you see anything that looks like a timing crystal? Yeah, right here behind the control panel. It's filthy. Right, we're supposed to scrape off this black moldy stuff. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. Act 3, Scene 9. Xanadu. Alright. Computer. Xanadu. At end of road. Standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. The building, go into the forest. Check out the building. Enter building. Inside building. Inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There's a sensible, modern electric lantern nearby. The lantern that's pouring it back to the forest. Get the lantern. Get lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. It's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. In forest. Open forest with a deep valley to one side. South the building. Can we climb a tree? South. You're in forest. Hey, it's a maze. South, east, north, west. East. You're in forest. Lula is here, soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Ask Lula how she is doing. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. Been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Lula hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. South, east, north, west. West? You're in forest. Joseph is here. Tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, goes comfortably on top of the back. You have something to say. Listen. Donald! I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on, from right to left. Long, weary song, drearily gone, drearily gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. Ha! I'm noting down the sound of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm here to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punched cards. Southeast, northwest. North, I guess. Isn't that back to the house, though? At edge of hole. Oh. I guess not. Ooh. At the edge of a massive hole, the dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. Computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging a comfortably against her collarbone. Down in the hole, it seems pretty obvious. Lean in a bit and check it out. Shine the lamp into the hole. Yell into the hole first to see if there are pirates. I love this kid. Down. The cave walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. You lose your footing and fall to your death. Nice. Rip. Hey, rip. Your score was 0 out of a possible 8,192. What? May continue or quit? Continue. Okay. We need to climb down more carefully. Shine the lamp into the hole. Yell into the hole first to see if there are pirates. Try using the rope to climb down safely. Let's see if there are pirates. Yell. I only understood you as far as wanting to yell. Yell, any pirates down there? No response. Sorry, kid, you're betting 0 today. Look at that fancy 0. At least we know there's no pirates. We would climb down carefully. Shine the lamp. Shine the lamp. The lamp is now on. Shine lamp and hole. The lamp light only reaches a few yards down the hole where the rock is coated in a slimy black mold. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Try using the rope. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. Oh, does that mean they're going to be in bed quilt? Okay. Interesting. You're in bed quilt. Along east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lola remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Say something back to her. Set up the gear. Say something back. Make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. A little expensive. What's the gear they're carrying? Ask her about the cave. Ask her where the treasure is. So about cave. Having second thoughts. I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustics. Earlier, as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment. Or, not voices themselves, but the echoes of voices singing. Some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. Glad I'm not down here alone. What's the gear? Where the treasure is? What's the gear? Sure, Donald. We may as well take inventory. Got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice. We won't have to type so much. Joseph has the slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. And you've got the CRI display. How's your back holding up? Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous. Hey, Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. You hear an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. Let's help Lula. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember which color lead goes to which pin. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean. Maybe some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves too. Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. Might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint and say, there was a point of contact here where a body touched the earth and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage. But the life who owned that body never cared and has moved on anyway. And that's the end of it. I suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls. I see a crude painting thousands of years old. 2 men and a woman. Charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on the rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment. A worry, maybe, a regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone. Now we're looking at this painting, this dangling copy with no original. We're interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. The hell was that? Let's check it out. In tunnels. Could be one of those skeleton dudes or something. It's a little just a little close behind. Like kind of intense back there. Like kind of intense. I wonder if they're still thinking about it. They've moved on by now. Tunnel narrows, and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward. The smooth rock gives way to jagged, crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. In crystal room. Yep, this is going to be one of those skeleton dudes. You are in a large, irregular chamber. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Better run, let's listen to what he says. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box bursts to life. The voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. While Joseph follows Lula. I said follow Lula, not north. Lula's headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourselves cornered. You have hit a dead end. Who are they? Let's find a way out of here. It's not a verb I recognize. Look for escape. You can't see any such thing. Listen, I think they've gone back to work. It seems strange somehow. Maybe they've forgotten about us. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact, then we'll find our way back to the equipment. In Bedcolt. Bedcolt, along east-west passages with holes everywhere. Liz here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? Pretty scared. I may as well wait. Search for him. Search. I only understand you as far as wanting to search. To be more specific. Down one of the tunnels with the equipment. Back outside. Search equipment. Various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly across the pile. Nothing. Down one of the tunnels, back outside. Select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. Joseph climbs down from the rope still tied above. That damn sound, those damn voices. I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through that network of tunnels and ran my hand along the wall. Always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally ended up here. Then I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there, lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. This is shadowy. Television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lula looks down at her feet. She's asking more about that. What's up with Lula? Donald, you've heard the same damn stories I have, but it's different. It doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with all of it. Whoa, we should stop him. Get him back on track. We're so close. Divert Joseph's attention. So think of Joseph about the project you are working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves, and what about those men? You know they'll come back. Hope you can find somewhere to start a fire. We'll hide from the strangers. That's where to start a fire. Shout something about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They're not. They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down the zero. Create her to stay. Don't let her leave us here. Get Lula's attention. Be with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you the tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damned machine does with it. This was in the museum that we listened to. Lula and Joseph have left. In tunnels. Painted by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo had his heart broken. Wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new sight in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Wordy, vain. Vanity, ain't it the truth? My aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter. Mostly nudes and oil. She had this model. I'll never forget him. Big, classically physical guy. Looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot. You couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room, while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile and worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. The Colonel had this magnificent hair. Long, black hair that ran down just to the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening, he was standing next to an open window in back of the house. The sun was setting, early spring, I think. It was kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it like half in front and half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across his chest in a very specific way. But it itched him or something, and he'd do this weird, indignant shuffle thing, or the wind from an open window would push it around, and he'd start to turn his neck when Weaver or I ran by, and everything would be tangled again. Final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is, I don't even remember his face now, just that black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. Hall of the Mountain King. That's where we are. We're at the Hall of the Mountain King. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. That's me. It's Xanadu. I'm the legacy. Yep. Now is the time to continue your work. Research assistance. 0 realism index, 37% romance index, 2% mold coverage, 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. Hire an assistant, assign assistants to tasks, sleep. Hire. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. You have hired Amy, who studies human-computer interaction. Hey, she's that lady from over there. Let's hire another one. No new applicants. Try again later. Assign research assistants to debugging, transcription, or speculation. Amy, I believe, was debugging. Now's the time to continue your work. Okay, let's hire a new one. Greg, who studies architecture. Transcription. Come on. Debug. Sleep. Amy makes adjustments to the echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings and clustering together like horrible leathery tumbleweeds. Gray types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer. It's time to continue the work. 247, 17, 18. Hire a new one. Hire. Weaver, who studies mathematics. Okay, and sleep. Time passes. Greg identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation but is unable to fix it. Amy extensively notates tunnel diameter as a function of length. Weaver discards centuries of exhaustive data on the uniformity of cause and effect. Intruders! Strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. Go back to rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Not convinced this is getting us any closer to the zero. Research Assistants 3, Realism Index 47, 12, Mold Coverage 0. We hired a Research Assistant. Hire a new one. Andrew, who studies statistics. Let's do 2 for debugging. Let's do the other 2 to transcription. Time passes. Greg widens tunnels slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Weaver fixed bugs, which are summarized the migratory patterns of bats through the tunnels. Carefully transcribes the sound of dripping water and all their variations over a period of several hours. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Work. Realism Index 92%. Nice. Let's hire a new assistant. Roberta, who studies fairy tales. Alright. Speculation. 1. Debugging. 2. And transcription. Sleep. Time passes. Roberta fixed bugs. Andrew fixed bugs. Greg transcribed experiences. Amy muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Greasy black mold is collecting on computer equipment. Something can work. We should try to start over or something? This doesn't seem to be helping. Resistance 4, realism index 100%. Index 5, mold coverage 18. Quit. Sure you want to quit? Yes. That is a rhetorical question. Quit game, exit game. I only understood you as far as wanting to quit. Those who die are something to start over. Eat the lamp, smash the computer. Well, this isn't the answer to this one. You know, keep playing. Marianne who studies fine art. Let's put 3 of them on speculation. 2 on debugging. Time passes, fix bugs, makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone, posits that nature, not reason, is the mastery of industry. Marianne had ideas. Mail carrier on bicycle brings you a sizable bill from the power company. Passes, research systems come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass, mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the center of the room. Black mold is intensely flammable. It makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves behind a sweet narcotic perfume. One night you have visitors, outsiders, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh. So Lula's gonna show up then. It would seem. Act 3, Scene 10. Hall of the Mountain King. Lula. Easy enough to find. But if you're former assistants, one can't help but hear things. So this is what became of our project. Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I've had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know. He published his version, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We've been looking for you. So you found the address data? Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald, will you be a dear and crunch these numbers? We're looking to sort out a street name collision. Dogwood Drive. Is the bureau going to process it? I insist. I have cycles to spare. I'll just pack my pipe and get to it. Should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over to the bureau for the rest of the night. Just mark it private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. Now we too recede into history. Good night, Donald. Meet me at the bureau and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode raid, then turn around. Then it's just clockwise until you find the bureau. Between us, I think you should drive. Donald not going to do the thing that he said he was going to do? I guess not. Well, whatever. Now we wait. How much longer do we have in this act? noise is this chick. Forgot about that. Purple tape will put on the path. Mere damage, but there's no tape to worry about. I don't want to keep clicking on these things. I don't care. So we're waiting, but longer than expected. Some trouble. Johnny. Up there. Actually not sure. Just a bunch of computers. Johnny yawns. We're ready to leave. Okay, so we go counterclockwise until we get to the one thing. Nope, that's regular clockwise. Counterclockwise. The rope. No. What was it? The cathode ray. Turn around. And then go this way until we eventually find Le Bureau. Anchor. Bicycle. Feather. Wheelbarrow. Antlers. Scarecrow. The Bureau. Act 3, Scene 9. Man. This act is forever. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Reception. Ding ding. There you are. Lula, hey. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. A word on the address. Results just came in by computer courier. Good news. Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. The results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. We can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Going somewhere. Might, feeling impulsive, and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there. Did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks. And deep. And now we wait. When do I have to wait? Oh, who knows? Alright, what happened? What? Nothing. To Conway. Up to you. The church at the graveyard. You two came out of there all weird. What happened? It's okay. You can tell them it doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So we were in that graveyard. Flashback. Fantastic. Scene 11. 12. Scene 12. where the strangers come from. Boop. This can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside. It's muddy. Worth a look inside. I guess. On the outside. Okay. Stay with him. Look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. To the church. Sit. No. Floor. Church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. Still. Apparatus for the direction of moonshine, assembled from scavenged metal and natural materials. Alright, I guess we sit. I don't know what I expected. The strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to talk about it, but you don't have to talk about it. What did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, told you she disappeared, suddenly ran away, but we thought she was dead. Yeah, I guess I don't like to say it. Dead. And the next time I flipped to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are a blank kind of gray. There's tape on the walls like markings and desks. A classroom maybe? The camera's in the corner, so it's this sort of 45-degree angle into the room, and there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. Stop turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted, fuzzy. I coughs into her sleeve. It's so dusty in here, right? I hadn't noticed. Maybe it's me. I'm kind of allergic too. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Must have been the church that way. Yeah. Now we go to see the strangers. And the sunlight? There he is. The stranger. He's the skeleton guy. Oh, I'm controlling the skeleton now. Hello, visitors. Stranger activates the tape player slot on his shoulder. Exactly, I control the room. Mission sounds like it should be smiling. Regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. Guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. Some information on the computer. Gotta get to the bureau. Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? It's not an old church. No, I guess not, but still, it all has a kind of reverence to it. What's that smell? Like baking bread? Please follow me. Zappy zappy. Let's go down the stairs. Ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety and adjust your outfits just a bit. Some protective headgear. Oh, right there. Remove your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. We don't wear glasses, so that won't be an issue. I'll do stuff here and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. this way? Must be decades old, but it's perfect. How do you swing out in this business, keep stuff like this running. Associated from Paul Road, you know, like that computer back to the campus entity. Things been here 1,000 years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified in the living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? This evening, plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. Got it working. We actually just need to have something on the computer. No, the orientation is all done by voice and rote. I believe electronics have a role in our company culture. Computers are tools. We're just mechanical this and that ahead, though. Shall we move on? They're just shuttles. So we need to use the shuttle. Fine. Here's the fleet. Haha. We just use these to get around internally. We use this place. Oh, it's grown a great deal over the years. Incredible to think, really. When Mr. Bishop founded this operation, it was only about 1,800 square feet, and half of that more was occupied by camouflage to keep the law out. Hiding out in the back of an old church, purifying spirits by handmade fire. A kettle and a drain. Trucks are just east a ways and shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Can you tap the if you see something that catches your eye? Always have to show off the facilities sublime with machinery. Alright. Driving trucks, precious cargo, you'll do this fine, and you can drive safely, can't you? Any doubt now? It's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. Your life, for better or worse. That's all you must say. I like that. Both are most boastful and ugly. Do pretty ill-fated Miguel. He was a good company and slow to anger, but if we're speaking confidentially, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks too. We're all just thankful he had no next of kin. Let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Time dispatch. Replacement. Okay. 10-9 come again. Introduce yourself. Very over here. Water bill. And certainly call back before long. Let's just go back to truck code. Headlights work. Bottling. Should be not covering the desk or shadows, something. Moving on. Oh, yes, some good strong folks. Shipping here, so you don't need to worry about loading if you don't want to. But our Lenny's. Bill, there's no trucks for me. 50. Work around here. Pay. It's our interest friend. After all, we must meet our financial obligations. Tires is the thing we do, isn't it? So our needs could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. Ourselves and look right here. Sure. The tires that failed to hit Miguel. Which kind of man was Miguel? As I always say of him, he was good company. Many of us have found ourselves in his position, arrogantly grasping at personal sovereignty when our lives had become unmanageable. No shame in it, only condolence. Now what else can we show you? The wiper blades. The wipers with this knob here. The decent torque to them, eh? Can't see how they fare in a ice storm, but we must never delay shipment. Better some risk. Wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. I mentioned I rarely, if ever, leave our facility. I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. Sure, the wipers fine. What else? Experience. Can't. We've got to finish this delivery in a few. I've got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 4, back it down, and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, Lim. 10-4. Come back. Your ears on. Good, listen to this. Silence. So, I think that went well. Send back up to logistics and see what we're dealing with. I've got one more thing to show you. We hit the next scene, we're calling it for this episode. Keep it kind of shortish. Upstairs, nothing to show you. Wait, we only came out like this computer. Oh, we opened the key of the molded computer. That black mold, it's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. So we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angels share. Goes through the vents here and out into the caves. We can scrape up that mold. We can usually apply some pressure and cold to it. Squeeze and condense the angel share back into a drink of whiskey. You drop counts when you're making a living on this stuff. So we go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place. It grows. Keeps sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid, truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting. So we stop going down there. I'm sure the mold's gotten pretty thick. Try cleaning off the timing crystal. It'll get you going, I'm sure. So join me upstairs. Don't mind. Usually when you say it's an antique, you know? What is it? It's an adding machine. So where we come for our daily ritual to calculate the day's interest and your payment according to the formula. I my shifts, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't. It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is top of the shelf stuff. Now, single barrel. He doesn't. Down the hatch. Venom Memory Mortars. Easy enough. Welcome aboard. Not working for you. We have to get back to this. Our is a delivery to me. What's this not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. It's not your first shift drink. Well, and there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. Not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep by my back-of-the-envelope estimations. Well, we have that in common, I suppose, all of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? Start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs. Of course, interest begins to compound immediately, and, well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. Should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. Could that be the end of Act 3? It's probably not, right? There's probably more, right? So I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. Just the way these things go, kid. Huh. Well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? There it is. Ugh. What is that? It's a mammoth. End of Act 3. Come on. Yeah. All right. Badass. That's the end of this episode for you guys. I hope you're. I don't care if you watch this series. I really don't, because this is so freakishly rough. It's ridiculous. Looks like we've got 4 more things to do. We got the 2 acts and then the 2 other things. So we'll work on those some other time. I'll catch you guys later.